Hello guys and welcome to News of the Week. The French Olympics are finding themselves in a absolute hot mess of controversy after, as part of the opening ceremony, they satirized the Last Supper, one of the most sacred images in all of human history. And the reason why they did that, of course, was to promote an atmosphere of tolerance and equality. So instead of it being the normal straight white male sausage fest Last Supper, they had it being a bit of a mix and match. You have a big fat woman, you have a child, you have a few drag queens and a black girl and whatever. You know, these people who, all of them were bullied in school, are now kind of receiving the reparations through being pushed to like positions of influence. And so because they've been placed there, it takes like 100 years to become good at something. To become a good actor, good writer, good theatre guy. You have to be like a 65-year-old man who's done it for 45 years for free. So that's why this culture is producing shit. I watched Clint Eastwood in Escape to Alcatraz last night. There's not one woman in the film, but it's a brilliant film. It's shot beautifully. The performances are excellent. It's truly tense. You kind of can't get that when you focus on anything but quality. You know, at this stage, why not make the Olympic Games this thing where everybody just gets a participation medal? There's no gold, bronze and silver. And actually the competition is a team competition where we all try to run the 100 metres at the exact same pace. It's totally communist. Meritocracy has made our world so easy and nice that we have the time and tolerance to think about these ideas. But once there's an emergency, once society gets a bit worse, once the lifeboat is sinking, it's always going to be the fattest guy who's fucked into the sea. It's unfortunately just the way it is. The Italians built great works of art because they wanted to honour God through art. Now we build square, hempcrete office blocks by affirmative action architects. It's just depressing and shit. If your whole thing is about being nice, then you're not being nice to Christians. But there's a vibe in this that it's like, oh, you know that thing that's so precious to you, that the foundation of this wonderful society is built upon? Well, that didn't include us. So now we're slagging it off, ha ha ha, and look where we are, we're on TV, and look at you. It's not very tolerant. And the people who are pissed off at this aren't even Christian. Andrew Tate is pissed off about it, and he's an alleged Muslim. And then you have this guy dressed up as Dionysus. And Dionysus was the Greek god of ecstasy or something like that. And I take no advice from the ancient Greeks anyway. Whenever somebody mentions Aristotle or Socrates or Plato, I spit on them. Because the ancient Greeks had sex with little boys. I don't take advice from pedos. It's like when people want me to take the advice from a guy called Confucius, Chinese guy, yeah? Chinese people, yeah? They poo into holes in 2024 and they don't wipe their ass. So I'm not interested in what they have to say. In fact, if it wasn't for my reluctant love for prawn crackers, I'd probably be fully radicalized by now. One of the performers had their nuts hanging out on TV. They flashed the globe. If art reflects culture, then we are going to be looked upon pretty dreadfully. Look at the shit we produce, it's so bad. I remember when Charlie Hebdo, the magazine, satirized Muhammad and jihadists went in and murdered everyone in the office. This was back in 2015, right? I think the line from some of the politicians at that time was that the cartoonists had gone too far with freedom of speech. That is disgraceful. To be honest, what's annoying Christians, right, is that they're an easy target and they're not allowed to complain and they're too nice to detonate bombs on public transport, so no one takes them seriously. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching News of the Week. I'll see you soon. Some people saying that the Last Supper wasn't heteronormative because Judas betraying Jesus was one of the gayest moves in history. I'm not sure I agree with that.